Hands up who doesn't have an electric car and who wants one. Oh. Well, if you did, you could apply to the government's electric car grant, where they say they're giving £650 million to help people buy an electric car. I mean, they're not. You're giving £650 million with your tax. So you pay tax for the government to spend. And they've decided that instead of you deciding whether you would like to buy an electric car or whether you'd like to buy a diesel car or a petrol car or a push bike or just go on the train or on the bus, they're going to give the money that you could have used to make that decision into an electric car grant scheme, which, as far as I knew, the only electric car that's produced here, mass produced here, is the Nissan Leaf, and that's not available until next year. So it's all going to go to foreign manufactured cars. So this is a sliding scale. So if you're going to spend 37 grand on a car, then you get X amount back, which then raises the question, well, what about those salary, those company schemes where they take it off your top line and you can buy a car through that? Do you get the money back off that as well then? So is it like sort of cash in your back pocket too? I mean, how does this work? Have we done any thought into this? We're pushing people to buy electric cars, even though we're not set up for it, even though we don't have the infrastructure for it, and even though there has been significant evidence to say that whilst an electric car may produce less emissions, actually producing said electric car produces more emissions. And then we've got the whole lithium battery thing and the tyres, and some people say they're too heavy for the road and that's what's causing the potholes. Other people say they won't drive them on the road because there's too many potholes. And it's ever decreasing circles. Great TV show, loved it. Not as good as To the Manor Born, one of my favourites, Bravenger. So I struggle massively with this. I mean, I struggle with cars anyway, the Land Rover, and that could be a DPF thing. Who knew? I did have quite a nice call with somebody from Marshall's Land Rover the other day, I have to say, and I will say more about that in a different video, but suffice to say that I found the one decent person in Marshall's, and they have been actually quite useful. I'll tell you all about that and the safety recall in a minute. Well, not in a minute, in a different video. But sticking to this video, which is the electric car grant scheme thing, we've got 650 million quid apparently that we can spaff on that, but we can't get police on the streets. We can't keep prisoners in prison. We can't get doctors' appointments. We can't afford to heat our houses. We can't afford for pensioners to heat their houses. We can give Afghan asylum seekers houses, and we can give the migrants, the illegal migrants, houses. And now if you want an electric car, you can have one of those. But the basics in this country we can't do. And David Lammy has gone to spend 70 million quid in Singapore, one of the world's richest countries, fourth GDP. And again, Singapore have got a grasp on their car issues because they basically cap the number of cars that people can buy. They put big tariffs on them. But you know what they do that's really, really good in Singapore? I mean, it's almost like this revolutionary idea. They've invested loads into public transport. So you actually don't need a car in Singapore. I mean, it's like clever, isn't it? But no, we're not. We're making electric cars more available for people to go and get finance on, so more debt. We aren't upgrading the infrastructure. We've talked about all of these cables going under pavements. Very good points from you lot, really good points. Is your house insurance valid? You can't park one next to another. If your car is plugged in and it bursts into flames, which happens quite a lot, that invalidates your house insurance. Somebody made a very good point. What fun it would be coming back from the pub and unplugging all of them. I mean, it hasn't been thought through, has it? And it's no surprise it hasn't been thought through because nothing's been thought through. But we've got £650 million to spend on it. So that's the good news. There is £650 million of your money available to spend. It's just that you're not allowed to choose what you want to spend it on. And if you didn't want an electric car, then you're probably going to get charged significantly more for going the diesel or the petrol route because they only want you to go the electric route because it suits them. Well, of course it suits them. Everything is about suiting them, isn't it? I vote get a bike, is what I'm saying. I'm done with cars. I'm going to go back to horse and cart and I'm going to get a bike. Possibly.